they are of the view na kasi one-third vote itong more than one-third vote ang nag-file nito. So automatic ito, official transmittal na kaagad. Yung articles of impeachment na yung complaint nila becomes the articles of impeachment. So therefore, pag-file nila sa Senate, doon na ang reckoning period po ng 1-year period. So medyo lamang
Alanganin.
po tingin ko. Lamang si Vice President Sara Duterte dito.
Kayo po ay nag-file sa
Petition.
Supreme Court ng certiorari at TRO sa impeachment ni VP Sara.
Yes, we did this before PAP, and then nag-file na ng to call this ng comment yung gobyerno. Nag-file tayo ng reply, and then kababago lang nag-file tayo ng supplement to the reply. Hindi lang tayo masyado we'll just stick to the issues raised there para hindi naman tayo masubjudice, no? Final lamang natin ito because of supervening events para maintindihan ng mga tao yung una nating final na certiorari to attack the impeachment complaint filed against VP Sara. We grounded it on 3 bases, no? Number 1, there was no proper verification kasi hindi nila nabasa masyado, no? There were only few hours that intervened between the preparation of the complaint and the filing thereof to the Senate, no? So there was no meaningful discussion as to the grounds of the impeachment complaint, and we had reasons to believe that the rules on verification, no, na kailangan personally known mo, na studihan mo yung complaint, na final mo, no, hindi ito nasunod. Tapos walang due process na binigay kay Vice President Sara Duterte kasi po may mga grounds doon na hindi naman na-tackle sa House of Representatives, such as yung threat to the life of President Marcos and House of Representatives Speaker Romualdez, no? So, violation yun. And nag-file na ng comment yung gobyerno, nag-file tayo ng reply, pero may supervening event kasi. Marami during the campaign period, a number of congressmen, no, revealed during their campaign speeches that they were motivated to sign the impeachment complaint because daw hindi sila marireleasan ng mga pondo, ng mga projects kung hindi sila mag-sign ng impeachment complaint. Ang pinaka-explosive po na revelation ay yung ginawa po ni Congressman Toby Tiangco, the campaign manager of Alianza, where he revealed na kaya naman sila natalo, bakit pa daw pinilit yung impeachment complaint against kay Vice President Sara Duterte, at saka may nalalaman siya na pumirma lamang sila doon dahil doon sa mga projects at dahil doon sa what you call this conditional release ng mga pondo. So kung ito po ang motivation sa pagpirma nila based on the campaign manager of Alianza himself, no? Representative Toby Tiangco, then it is not based on the grounds provided for under Article 11, no, of the 1987 Constitution, na dapat kung mag-file ka ng impeachment complaint, CTB Gov ang tawag ko dyan sa mga estudyante ko. Ano yung CTB Gov? C, culpable violation of the Constitution; treason, bribery, CTB Gov; graft and corruption, other high crimes, and betrayal of public trust. So hindi pala doon yung grounds, kundi pumirma sila dahil sa gusto nila magkaroon ng mga projects, gusto nila magkaroon ng pondo para daw sa kanilang mga scholarship funds. At hindi lang ito si Congressman Toby Tiangco ang nagsabi nito. Merong congressman na taga Cebu na nagsabi nito, merong congressman na taga Manila, sa Luzon, no, na nagsabi nito, and we cited that in our supplement to the reply. So dahil sa hindi ito in accordance with the 1987 Constitution, so dapat, no, i-shoot down ito ng Supreme Court kasi this is grave abuse of discretion amounting to lack or excess of jurisdiction on the part of the House of Representatives. So therefore, in accordance with the decided case of Francisco versus House of Representatives, no, as well as in Gutierrez versus of House of Representatives, then the Supreme Court may step in and order the Senate, no, to disregard the impeachment complaint para hindi na masyadong divisive pa sa ating bansa. Merong ground yung Supreme Court na iba-sura itong impeachment complaint against sa ating beloved Vice President na malapit na pa naman ang birthday nito. Ngayong May 31, no? Saan gawain na lang itong birthday gift ng Supreme Court kay Vice President Sara so that we will not be too divided as a nation likewise. We can concentrate now moving forward.
Attorney, nabanggit nyo itong sinabi ni Toby Chanco na ang dahilan ay pag-release ng pondo kaya sila pumirma. Pero since sinampahan nyo to sa Supreme Court ng certiorari, hindi kaya mas maganda rin na sampahan ng kaso ang Speaker of the House dahil obviously galing sa kanya yung pondo. Siya yung talagang mastermind dyan.
Oo. Alam mo naman ako, Coach, no? Hindi ako palaway na tao. Issue for issue lang ako. It is an option really that is left to the discretion of the people. It is since congressmen themselves declared that they signed the impeachment complaint because of a certain motivation. And what is that motivation? It's not really that they were convinced as to the grounds provided in the impeachment complaint, but because they were after something. What is that something? Yung pondo pala, pera, at saka yung yung mga projects nila para magkaroon ng pera yung kanilang legislative districts. That's against public policy. That is motivated by other non-legal grounds, economic grounds as a matter of fact, which may not constitute as a valid and constitutional grounds to have our Vice President impeached. And because of this, there is ground for the Supreme Court to act and intervene and declare the impeachment complaint as constitutionally infirm, null and void in the first place.
Attorney, kasi sa mga paki-explain sa mga taong hindi masyadong nakakaalam sa batas, no?
Oo,
At
explain natin.
katulad ko na ako kasi I look at it at ito chance na ni VP Sara na mapatunayan ng kanyang sarili and at the same time pag tiningnan ko talaga wala silang numero sa Senado. So I mean, syempre hindi they will not admit na boboto sila doon sa party lines, but of course kung titingnan natin yung talagang pangyayari ay yamado po dito si VP Sara. At pag napawalang sala siya dito, di ba, hindi siya pwedeng sampahan ulit, no? So safe siya for 1 year, no? I mean, sabi ko nga, gaya nung sa katulad ko, yun ang aking pagkakaunawa. Baka, attorney, meron tayong hindi nakikita na doon sa sinampan nyo na baka mas makakabuti ito kay VP Sara. Attorney.
Yes, mas nakakabuti ito kay Vice President Sara na i-dismiss na itong impeachment complaint, no? Kasi nga the House of Representatives committed grave abuse of discretion amounting to lack or excess of jurisdiction. Kasi po, kung mag-file po tayo ng impeachment complaint, kung basahin po natin yung Article 11, Section 3, Paragraph 2 of the 1987 Constitution, ang pagsabi po doon ay a verified complaint, no, may be filed by any member of the House of Representatives. Ano yung verified? Kailangan yun naiintindihan nila kung ano yung pinipirmahan nila at it really underwent through a process where the congressmen understood what they signed and they were convinced. They were convinced, personally convinced that it is base po ito sa mga grounds po na nakalagay po sa 1987 Constitution po. Ano po yung mga grounds? Una, na grabing paglabag, culpable violation of the Constitution. Yan yung ground. Pangalawa, treason, yung gumagawa ka ng krimen laban sa iyong laban sa loyalty mo, sa iyong country, no? Yung bansa, tapos bribery, no? Tapos graft and corruption. Yun yung mga grounds, other high crimes, and then betrayal of public trust. Kailangan ito yung mga rason mo bakit ka nagperma ng impeachment complaint. Pero sa sinasabi kasi ni Toby Tiangco, sa pagka-understand ko lang, at saka pa sinasabi ng ibang mga congressman na sinight ko doon specifically sa aking supplement to the reply during the campaign, no? Kasi marami po mga congressmen po na nagde-defend ng kanilang sarili. Bakit sila pumirma doon sa kanilang impeachment complaint? Meron pa nga mga taga Northern Mindanao, hindi ko na lang isabi, no? Pero nasight ko yun sa aking supplement to reply, na dahil daw sila pumirma ay baka mawala na sila ng pondo, mawala na sila ng mga proyekto. Abalabag po ito sa konstitusyon. Kasi kung ang rason mo pala ay para magkaroon ka ng pera para sa distrito mo, para magkaroon ka ng para hindi raw sila ipitin, no? Imagine that, para hindi sila ipitin doon sa kanilang mga pondo, kaya sila nagperma. Hindi yan valid na rason, kaya kailangan isantabi itong impeachment complaint na ito kasi hindi ito dapat ang mga rason kung bakit magperma ka ng impeachment complaint. Kailangan kumbinsido ka sa mga grounds na ito na culpable violation of the Constitution, treason, bribery, graft and corruption, other high crimes, and betrayal of public trust. Kung pera pa lang rason para sa distrito mo or para sa proyekto mo para hindi ipitin, hindi po ito sa tingin ko ay valid reason. This is against public policy po sa tingin ko po.
Attorney, dahil nakikita po natin dito na parang pumirma lang sila dahil dun sa project at hindi dun sa mga nakikita nilang anomalya kay BP Sara. Ano po kayang mga pwedeng maging parusa nitong mga to, especially si Speaker?
Well, option na nga ito. Option na ito sa kanilang mga constituents. Pwede din sila mag-file ng kanilang complaint din doon sa ombudsman because the ombudsman, no? Merong karapatan at merong power to any act or omission yung sa ombudsman kung public officer ka. So, pwede sila mag-file din ng administrative complaint dito po sa mga congressman nila kung yun po ang motivation pala nila para sila para sila magperma doon sa this impeachment complaint. Isang ground dyan na Section 3E, no? Kasi grabe kasi itong perwisyo sa atin. Perwisyo sa atin kasi instead na yung atensyon ng bansa natin ay mag-unite tayo at focus tayo paano natin mapaunlad ang ating bansa, masyado na tayong divided ngayon. And because of all this politicking being conducted, no, orchestrated in our country today.
Attorney, Judea po, Attorney Master Judea, no? Kanina po,
Yes.
2 hours ago, Attorney, naglabas ng statement si Senate President Chis Escudero na ipopostpone itong pagbasa ng articles of impeachment against Vice President Sara Duterte from June 2 to ililipat siya ng June 11. So, sa tingin ko, ito ay pagpamamaalam na dito sa kaso ng impeachment kay VP Sara Duterte. May aasahan pa ba tayong bloodbath dito? Parang kasi 2 araw na lang ang natitira after ng pagbasa ng article of impeachment. Matutuloy pa ba ito o wala na pag-asa?
I think wala na sigurong pag-asa talaga ito. In Balag versus Senate, no, that is a 2018 case.
Yes.
That is the latest Supreme Court decision on the matter. Doon po sa Balag, sabi po ng Supreme Court, Korte Suprema doon, lahat ng pending matters, lahat ng mga legislative matters, even whatever, including an impeachment complaint, in effect, although
Apo.
that is my additional opinion on the matter, doon po klaro po terminated po yun lahat.
Opo.
Kasi yung Congress na yun tapos na.
Yes.
Bagong Congress na naman ang uupo sa July 1 po. So kung bagong Congress na, optional na nung bagong Congress, bagong Senado, kung iti-take up nila yung yung old impeachment complaint that was tackled by the 19th Congress or 19th Senate, no? So sa aking although may other view on the matter, no, they cite the 1950 case of Arnold versus Nazareno,
Yes.
where the Supreme Court in that case, in Arnold versus Nazareno, sabi ng Supreme Court, ibang bagay naman ito, non-legislative measure naman
Yes.
ito eh. So therefore, and the Senate is not a continuing body daw, sabi doon sa Arnold versus Nazareno. Ang problema din kasi doon sa Arnold versus Nazareno, that was decided in the kupong-kupong pa,
Yes.
where the facts
Oo.
and factual milieu in that case do not necessarily apply with the modern times. Ang more applicable sa tingin ko, although pwede ako magkamali po, ay yung Balag versus Senate 2018 case na non-continuing ang Senado, yung 19th Congress, iba po sa 18th Congress, na lahat ng mga pending measures nila deemed terminated na pagkatapos po ng kanilang termino.
Attorney, no, kung base po doon sa sinabi ninyo, mas pwede po nating paboran yung bagong batas, no, against doon sa luma, yung sa impeachment, ano?
Bagong desisyon.
Bagong posisyon.
Bagong desisyon.
So if ever na katigan po itong bagong batas ngayon, siyempre, pwede naman sila mag-file ulit ng impeachment. So, 1 year. 1 year ang limit nila, di ba? Pagka magpa-file ka ng another impeachment. So, final nila ito is February this year. So, totoo ba ito? O, hindi ko alam kung tama ako.
Yes.
Next is
Yan.
February. February pa next year sila pwede mag-file.
Yes, tama po yan. Dapat magpa-enroll na talaga ito. Bagay na bagay maging abogado ito. Gwapo pa, matalino pa.
Ay, sus.
Si Master Tia. Oo.
Ay, sus.
Attorney,
Yan.
Your Honor,
Tama yan, tama yan.
parang dyan ka lang nagkamali, Attorney.
May nag-ano dito, may kumukontra, Tony. Oo. Kasi ito ang pinaka-pogi talaga sa Banateros. Wala tayong duda
Ayun, yan.
dyan. Oo. Second na ako. Oo.
Well, totoo po yun, no? Kasi in Balag versus Senate, which is 2018 decision, ang decision ng Supreme Court doon, the Senate is not a continuing entity. So, kumbaga, whatever pending matters po, closed and terminated yun.
Ayun.
So, kinakailangan na mag-file sila ng panibagong impeachment complaint. Ang problema na naman doon, tatamaan na naman yun ng 1-year bar rule, no?
Yun.
Under Article 11, Section 3, Paragraph 5 of the 1987 Constitution. Kasi nga po, ito pong impeachment complaint na ito was already initiated, no? Ano yung initiation of an impeachment complaint? In Francisco versus House of Representatives, an impeachment complaint is deemed initiated when the impeachment complaint is filed and referred to the proper Committee on Justice. Dito, it's not only referred to the Committee on Justice, they are of the view na kasi 1/3 vote itong more than 1/3 vote ang nag-file nito. So automatic ito, official transmittal na kaagad. Yung articles of impeachment na yung complaint nila becomes the articles of impeachment. So therefore, pag-file nila sa Senate, doon na ang reckoning period po ng 1-year period. So medyo lamang
Alanganin.
po. Tingin ko, lamang si Vice President Sara Duterte dito.